As long as I can remember, I have always wanted to be a housewife. My grandmother was a housewife with 4 children. She was a domestic queen, and I looked so up to her my whole life. I loved cooking. I would clean, and then I would sit back, light a candle, and have a cup of café con leche and enjoy the fruit of my labor. I've always carried this way of life with me. It's a work first and then sit back and rest and enjoy the fruit of your labor kind of approach to life. I don't know where I got it. It just feels very fulfilling to sit back and observe and enjoy your accomplishments instead of just move on to the next thing. And I mean, as far back as I can remember, I would get up Saturday mornings when I was 8 and 9, and I would dust my dresser, clean my mirror, make my bed, organize my toys, and then vacuum. And my room was clean for the week. And I found such fulfillment. It was the first thing I would do Saturday morning, and then I could enjoy the rest of the weekend. But I would sit there and admire the room, and I found such fulfillment in it. It's so funny because this is from when I was 8 and 9. Well, I've carried that mindset with me through life. It's just the way I function. I feel like it's such a good balance of productivity and work, and then rest and enjoyment in the fruit of your labor. I think the modern word for that today would be romanticizing your life, because I would dress up and have a drink and light a candle and soak up the moment. And I think my approach to life, as I've shared with you guys through the years so often, is to sit back and intentionally observe the little blessings of each day, and to not take them for granted, to not rush through them, to not wish your life away by always moving on to the next thing or the next season of life, but instead being where you are and embracing the season of life that you're in and making where you are beautiful however you can. And so today I wanted to share some practical ways that I guess romanticize my life. Maybe some are things you do already. Maybe you'll get some ideas, and I would love to hear the ways that you romanticize your life. And I really think that's just a fancy way of saying being intentional to enjoy what's in front of you, being intentional to be in the moment, to be present, and not allow distractions to steal away the beauty of every day and every moment that you are with a loved one or on a walk or enjoying a meal. There's so many things, especially in this modern day, that distract us and keep our focus and our attention. And I would challenge that most of the time, those things are not worth your time, not like the beautiful, meaningful, profound things that you're missing out on because of those distractions. So pay attention to where your attention is and make adjustments where needed. You guys have heard me talk about cell phones and how they're stealing our abundant life on other videos, and you've seen the passion come out because I feel like it's a war, and I feel like a crazy person just saying, everybody look, look, everybody look, and like nobody's paying attention or something. But I know that's not true. I think people are waking up to this, and people are starting to push back and make others aware, and there's books and articles and studies and documentaries being made, and I'm really glad. But I think it's going to get worse before it gets better, and we need to be part of the getting better. So let's see some ways that I am intentional about romanticizing my life. I love to make special drinks, and I love to have things in my home surrounding me that I find beautiful. I try to notice the detail in everyday things, like the unraveling of a growing plant, or how the sunshine comes in to the dining room and just lights up the floor with beautiful patterns. I also like to decorate and make my surroundings beautiful. I find so much pleasure and joy in our classroom being a picture of all the things we've collected through the years together, both in nature and that we've made together as crafts. It's such a beautiful room to me because it's filled with such memories. Of course, nature is a fantastic way to romanticize your life, not just collecting things you've found, but sitting and observing and taking in the beauty, being intentional to notice the details that go unnoticed by so many, the clouds, the different flowers, the different trees, the different seeds, the birds. It can be so relaxing to sit and just take it all in, or go on a walk, have a picnic, read a book outside, hang a cozy hammock somewhere and just feel the breeze on your face, take a nap. It is such a delight to be in nature. It's been extremely joyful for me to have some mama hens hatch chicks naturally this year and watch them take care of their young. Not only have they relieved me of raising the chicks, but it has been so beautiful, and it gives me so much joy to have them on my property growing up right before our eyes. Being around animals is such a blessing. I feel like the Lord has given us such a gift in animals. They are beautiful, they are unconditionally loving towards us, and just bring a smile to your face no matter who you are. Another way I try to be intentional of enjoying life and romanticizing every day is embracing whatever season I'm in. I love the spring. It offers all the things that make my heart sing. But now, as we're moving into the fall, there are things to enjoy. The dark early mornings where I always use candlelight because it feels lovely to have the candlelight or the natural light instead of the artificial lighting from light bulbs. I'm also very intentional to have a cozy robe that I can enjoy all fall and winter long. I love my coffee time, my quiet, alone morning time, and make it a point to do this on a regular basis so that I feel like there are slow times in my day strictly for enjoying and taking in quiet and peace. Cooking beautiful food and having beautiful food on hand for my family is something that brings me great joy. It does add that element of romance to my life. I love to see my bread box full with homemade sourdough. I love to make healthy treats for my boys to enjoy in the middle of the afternoon with a delicious glass of raw local milk. I love to nourish my family with beautiful, abundant meals. I have food growing in the garden, and I love to go out and pick it, rain or shine. It's raining this day, and add it to our foods on a daily basis. I still have lots of jalapenos, peppers, lettuce. The potatoes are growing, but they're not ready for harvest quite yet. And I have lots of herbs that I need to wait until they dry, and I'll bring them in to continue to store fresh herbs for the winter. So these things bring me delight and great joy and make me feel romantic. And I like to sit down when I eat. I don't like to stand in the kitchen or be doing multiple things while I'm eating. I like for everything to stop and for us to sit down and focus on the food in front of us. It is such an experience to sit before a delicious meal and pay attention to it and eat it and enjoy it. And so that's another way that I feel like I give myself beautiful moments in my day, is stopping and sitting and eating a meal in peace. Please share some ways that you are intentional in romanticizing your life in the comments. Well, there's nothing like rain to force you to slow down. I kind of lucked out. I did laundry yesterday and vacuumed yesterday, and I cleaned the bathrooms and dusted the furniture the day before. And we're done with school, and I worked out already this morning. So I'm kind of like, maybe it's time to decorate for fall. It's the perfect day for it. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to switch some of my picture frames with colorful spring flowers to more subtle fall and winter prints. So that's going to be the first thing I do. And I got to see what I have. As usual, every year it feels like I'm opening my seasonal decor and finding all the things I forgot I had that I love, like these awesome amber jars. I'm super excited. And now I get to pull out all my dry flowers, which I love. And it was so sad last year to put them all away because I really thought they were so beautiful. I'll keep them all through fall. I'll probably keep them to the end of November and then decorate with greenery from my property for December and January. I loved my dried flower bouquets so much last fall that this year I was extra mindful as I got real roses and real flowers throughout the year to dry them and save them for this season. So I'm really excited to decorate with these beautiful dried roses. And as much as I love my spring faux flowers, they're so pretty, they look so natural. There's something so much more beautiful about these dried flowers, and I think it's because they're obviously real. So I'm really excited already with seeing how pretty they look. So I really mostly have just dried flowers. I'm gonna be making candles soon with my friends. This little jar's broken, so we'll be melting the wax out of old candles and going to Dollar Tree and to the local antique store to see if we can find any cute teacups or different jars and stuff to make pour candles in this Thursday actually. So I'm really excited for that. And I also ordered this 3-inch thick green velvet ribbon that I'll be hanging my wreath on the front door with, and hopefully I can find other ways to use it. But I definitely intend to use it on the front door and possibly the small wreaths that I'll be hanging on the front of the tea cabinet. So those are the two things that I still need to do: make candles and get the green ribbon. And it seems like there was one more thing. After I put all my dried flowers out, I'm gonna go ahead and swap out my blue and white plates for red and white. It's that time of year again. So besides that velvet green ribbon that should be coming in the next few days, that I will be using to tie these wreaths as well as the one on the front door, I also love to decorate with fresh fruit. So I'm not gonna make garlands or anything like I do in the winter. I have plenty of garlands left over from the last couple of years of dried oranges and cranberries and blood orange and grapefruit. I love hanging those for the winter, but fresh fruit, I like to make sure there's oranges in particular in my hanging basket for the fall, because I feel like the orange color, like the copper, looks so beautiful with my plates, and it's very seasonal. Citrus is really good here in Tennessee in the winter. So it's a seasonal fruit, and it just so happens to look beautiful among the decor. I always have fresh apples. I'm going to be ordering a new print of probably some oranges or clementines to replace this beautiful summery lemon picture with. And I think that's that, plus my candles. I've got beeswax and wicks from years past, so we'll be doing candles. I'm waiting for that beautiful green velvet ribbon and my beautiful clementine picture print. And then I'll be completely ready for the beautiful season of autumn. I'm so glad you guys joined me today as I decorated and enjoyed this cozy rainy day. I hope you enjoyed and were inspired. God bless you guys, and see you next time.